Welcome to Bird's Eye View. I'm Sam Nunes. So, today we're going to be talking about not necessarily something within nature specifically, but more about humans' relationship with nature. I don't really know how else to explain it besides that, so I'll just get right into it. Today we are going to be talking about biomimicry, nature solving human problems. So, humans have been building and innovating for millennia, for many years. And each generation improves upon the former generation, building higher, faster, stronger things. And we thought that our technology was separate from, or even more efficient than nature. But we're shown that nature actually has the solutions and improvements to our human creations that make them stronger or more efficient or faster, whatever they need to be. Now, using the forms and structures found in nature, we're able to improve upon our own designs and make them even better. Now, the word for this is called biomimicry. Copying life, mimic life, bio. So what are some of the ways that we've used biomimicry to improve our technology? Let's get into it. In the 1990s, Japan built a high-speed train that could go up to 170 miles per hour, and they named it the bullet train. The train was so fast that when it went through tunnels, it would cause this loud sonic boom that was very disruptive. Now, it turned out the problem was that the front of the train was building up a lot of air and pushing the air. It couldn't move around it. So when it exited the tunnel, all of that air would suddenly release and expand, which would cause that loud sound. Now, to solve this, one engineer actually looked at the form of the head of a kingfisher bird. Now, a kingfisher bird, we have them here in New England as well. We have the belted kingfisher, and they're designed in a way that allows them to dive into the water and enter the water in a way that has the least resistance because they catch fish for their food. And so this engineer thought, what if we copied that form for the front of the train? And so in doing that, they actually allowed for the air to move around the train and not get built up in front while it was in the tunnel, which got rid of the sonic boom sound when they were exiting the tunnel. So this is a classic example, but the form of the head of a kingfisher was copied or mimicked for the front of the train, which solved the human problem of reducing the sound of the air expanding when it was exiting the tunnel, which is pretty cool. On to the next. In 1948, a man named George de Mestral, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, he went on a walk with his dog, and when he returned from the walk, he found both his dog and his pants covered in burrs. And burrs are seed pods that come from plants, and the idea here, or the benefit for the plant, is that the seed can travel a long distance. This is probably a topic for another podcast, but plants have many different forms of seed dispersal, and one of them is burrs, and they attach to soft fur or clothing, and they basically use the fur of animals like deer or squirrels or moose or bear or whatever passes by the plant. They use that to help carry the seed away so that they can spread the species out as much as possible. Now, that's not what George was thinking about when he was pulling off all of these burrs. He actually took a look at them really close, and he found that the burrs were covered in a lot of small, strong hooks that could clip onto the fur, the soft fur, and clothing, like our socks or soft pants and stuff like that. So, inspired by this design in nature, George de Mestral invented Velcro, which is still used today. And it uses the same idea. So it has the soft side, which is like the fur, and then the rough side, which is like the burrs of the plant that have those hard hooks that hook on to the soft fur. So we copied, again mimicked, the design and nature of the burrs to make something for humans. which actually I learned that Velcro wasn't very popular. It wasn't considered stylish. It was actually NASA that popularized it because they were using it. It was easier for them to strap things in for their missions to space. And after that, we began to appreciate it more for its functionality. Now this one's a little counterintuitive. Can a water animal help us improve air technology? The fact that I'm talking about it right now probably means yes, but let's keep going. So, to improve the efficiency of wind turbines, engineers in the 2000s were inspired by the shape of a humpback whale's fin. Interesting. But the ridges along the edge of their fins actually help to prevent stalling when the fins are tilted very far forward. This means that the humpback whale can tilt their fins farther to generate more power without stalling or without reaching a point where they're going to lose the power of the thrust, and it allows them to get more power to create more movement. Now, engineers took that idea and they made it so that they could tilt the wind turbine blades a little bit farther, which allows them to generate more thrust and create more power. So that's pretty cool. And apparently they also want to use this for airplanes and submarines as well. We'll see how that turns out. So throughout history, humans have innovated, created, and engineered wonders that have allowed us to achieve the society and lifestyle that we have today. Although we may feel that this allows us to rise above nature, everything we create is still under its effects. In order to create a human world, we sometimes still need to look at the natural world. Nature has the answers. Thank you for listening.